Hey there. This is a Wednesday and it is about 3:30. Let's see what time it really is. I'm going to talk just for a little while because no one knows I'm here and sometimes you guys hop on. What time is it? Oh, wait. Wrong one. It is 3:05 on a Wednesday afternoon. I want to talk to you guys today about walking the labyrinth. Have you ever walked? Hi, Liz. Have you ever walked the labyrinth? Or do you know what that is? Not to dumb you down or anything, and no, not to insult you, but some people don't know what a labyrinth is. And a labyrinth, I'm going to tell you anyway, so please bear with me. If you know what it is, Liz, please bear with me. Because some people that might hear this later might not know. It's okay. A labyrinth is not a maze. Now, a maze, I'm going to talk about hedges, like beautiful bushes. But a maze is designed for you to go in one side and then go inside and get lost and come out the same way. Not really another way out. Or if there is, you got to really find it. So a maze you can get lost in and you can't get out. But a labyrinth that might look like a maze, but you're going in the labyrinth to go to the center of the labyrinth and you could come out. You don't get lost. I'm thinking about little games and stuff people play when we were kids. You get lost in a maze. And I think about Harry Potter too. You get lost in a maze, but in a labyrinth you don't. A labyrinth is meditative, and it's not the bushes. It's meditative. It's usually on the ground. It's a formation on the ground. You can look that up. But the purpose of it is meditative. It's to walk a labyrinth. You think as you walk and you contemplate self or any issue you might have. But when I walk a labyrinth, not often, but I walk a labyrinth when I do, just to do some self-reflection and get to the core of me. So I'm talking about this today because Monday, if you're on my list, you get my blog. And Monday I wrote a blog. It says, Walking the Labyrinth to Self-Love. And if you don't get the blog, just let me know. You can get the blog. You can get on the list. But I write a blog once a week. Every now and then I forget it, but once a week. If I'm really, really busy, can't write it. But it's pretty consistent. But I talk about walking the labyrinth to self-love. Self-reflection and contemplation is what we do, is what we've got to do to go inside to be a better us, because we work on the inside and then it manifests on the outside, and it improves our lives, our relationships, our jobs, and just who we are, us. And so there are I talked about the four components. And I'll tell you what, maybe I mentioned this before, I'm not really sure. If I'm being redundant, please say, yes, you're being redundant. I don't mean to be. But repetition is the best way to learn, to hear something more than once. And I never talk about this much, but I'm in a class, and a really good class, online class, and because I'm just learning how to be online, because I see my clients on ground, and I'm transitioning from working in my office to working online for the convenience of me and you. So that's what I'm doing, and I learned that I've got to tell you guys who I am and what I do, so you guys know me as Latifa that comes online and talks to you. But I'm a Dr. Walinga, and I work as a life and relationship and personal development coach. I help people change their lives. I help people save their marriages. I help people improve their relationships and become better people, and understand that, and I started doing this in terms of the personal development because I've done that all of my life for myself. I'm always in the transformation, becoming a better me since I was 14. Forever I've done this. But I got my Ph.D. so people can take me seriously because I'm so nice and plus kind of funny. So that's who I am. So I'm online just to learn how to be online, and I'm really comfortable on camera, but also to get to know you. You can get to know me. That's why I always say something to me, because that's what I do, and I help people a lot, and I have great testimonials. So I got to tell you who I am. I'm owning who I am and my expertise and my deal. That's my deal. And my deal is I love. I should have my own television show. I always say that I need my own TV show because I like to be online, on the camera. Okay, so back to walking the labyrinth of self-love. So here's what I decided. And the reason why is because I had a client before that came to my office. This is years ago. Years ago, before I started doing this, years ago, I had a group for little girls called, not little girls, adolescents, for girls called Little Goddess Inc. It's Little Goddess because women are goddesses, and you start to be a goddess as a kid. And when you're a kid and you're confused and you're in foster care or foster homes and you don't like yourself, I taught those girls how to love themselves because the story you tell is the story you live. Now, in for those little girls, those adolescent girls, the same thing applies to us, to grown adults. The story we tell is the story we live. And I don't care how it looks on the surface, how our story looks on the surface, we have to go inside to see what our story really is. Whatever you want your story to be, it starts in here. It starts in here, but in your thoughts. And I talk about that, and I'm not rambling, but that's a true thing. I talk about what I do, what I understand, or what I know, and what I'm still trying to get better at. Like after I talk to you guys right now, I'm going to get off here and spend 45 minutes of my meditation. I've got to do it every single day. I try to do it twice, but I got some new ones, and they're way long, honey, 45 minutes. I'm thinking, okay, then I do the meditation, then I have to live my life, and then I'm sleepy, right? So I try to do it once. I'm going to try for twice, but not yet. So I teach you guys stuff that I know is very, very important for your life. And if you do what I say, it will work. If you do what I suggest, just if for a week, you'll start seeing a change. So the components there. How I came up with this was finding self-love is like walking in a labyrinth. It's because, so in my blog, I wrote this blog about this, I think last year, but I went through my blogs Monday to repurpose this because I was so busy. Busy because I do some acting, and so sometimes they call me and I got to go to set, and my days are kind of because I can't do how I like to do with you guys because I'm up at 4 a.m. on a set. This morning I was up at a set at 6:30 in the morning, and so, but we wrapped up early, so I was happy I can get home from my class I'm telling you about, and I can also talk to you guys. But my homework for the class was to tell you guys, stand in my power of who I am. Don't just be on here and talking to you guys. You guys need to know who I am. So if you need me, you say, oh, well, Dr. Willinga, she can help me, but Latifah's fine. Call me that. So I had a client that came in, and she was a mess, just a mess. And after a couple weeks, she's working with me, and something happened, and then she came back, and she started to change, but she had to find self-love, and I learned start recognizing and paying attention to my clients. And one of their problems, the biggest problem they had, was self-love issues. And I didn't realize that until like later on. And then I said, wow, well, what does it take for a person to love themselves? Because you can't just tell a person, love yourself, look in the mirror and say you love yourself. You can look in the mirror and do the mirror exercise along with other things. The mirror exercise always works, and that is, if you don't know already, look in the mirror as much as possible in your eyes. Look deeply in your eyes and tell yourself you love yourself and call yourself by name, and do that, and that works. But also you need more than that. Though that works, but you there are other things, because when you walk a labyrinth, and I'm saying I use the labyrinth because when you walk a labyrinth, that means you're meditative, you're thoughtful about who you are and what you want, who you want to be, and how to become that person when you walk in the labyrinth. When you don't have to walk a real one, but it'd be nice to go find one in your area and walk the labyrinth, or make one in your backyard, because it's such a beautiful thing. Because it takes 4 things, and I created these things. It takes faith, trust, courage, and honesty. You have to have, I'm saying courage first. You could put any way you want. Faith, trust, courage, however you want to put the 4 elements. But you need these 4 components. You need courage to really, really look at yourself. Only you know what's going on inside your head, inside your heart. I can look at you and say, and I can I'm a little psychic, so I can tell. You can lie all day, but you know, to me, but you can't lie to yourself. And you know what your fears are, what your insecurities are, what your frustrations are, what you're angry about, what you're afraid of. Only you know that. What you really want to do, what you really want in your life, and when it gets hard, that you want to give up, only you know that. So it takes courage for you, us, but you, to look at yourself in a deep way and see what is it, what are my deficits, and I want to change them. You know, what's my next step? What do I do next? How sometimes is cool too, but not every why. Not why me or why am I not blah blah. Not that, because why is disempowering. Don't ever ask yourself why it didn't work out for me, or why this happened to me, or why don't they like me, or why can I do that? Because why is very disempowering. And I am pro people, pro spirit, pro empowerment, pro the better part of all of us. Why? How can I do this better? When can I try? What should I do? Right? Where is the answer? Those questions, those are thought provoking, and they're going to empower you, and that part of you that's dormant is going to wake up and spark and start answering these questions for you in your sleep, in your unconscious mind. And when you go, oh, I got a great idea. When you start asking those questions to yourself, to your higher self, we start getting answers. So forget the why part. Leave why out of it, because you're empowered. So you have to have courage to really look at yourself. Take notes, jot them down in a journal, all the things about yourself that you want to shift, all the things that are not working. And if you're not sure what's not working, because it's not, you think it's cool, but it's not, it's just not working, then what? Then you ask that higher self. You meditate. You sit in silence. I can say this to you because I have been there. That's why I can say it to you. I've had times I'm going, well, what's going on? How come it's not working for me? That. So you need courage to do the scary part, to look at yourself. A lot of times I have clients come in, and I've had like 2 clients come over the years, come and then not come back. You know why? They couldn't handle the truth about themselves. They were looking at it and we were discussing, but they didn't want to do it, and that's okay. So courage, you need courage to really, really look at yourself. You have to trust that you got this, and it's going to be okay. Trust yourself, but have faith that invisible power that we cannot see, that lives in all of us and works through us when we allow it, that has your back at all times. And then be honest about what's going on. So the courage and honesty are kind of together, but those 4 components, you figure out in what order they work for you. But if you do those 4 things while you're in deep contemplation about yourself, or just throughout the day, think about what are you thinking about all day long? Am I thinking negative thoughts or positive thoughts? Am I thinking something bad about my partner, about myself? Am I thinking I'm not good enough, I can't do it? What am I thinking about? I don't know. You do know. So take the time to think about, but pay attention to what you're thinking about. Be the conscious observer of your life. And when you think about what your thoughts are, and they're not the great ones, you go, man, you can change it, you can shift it. So I just really, really, really wanted to come out here today to say this to you, because I wrote that blog, repurposed that blog on Monday, for Monday or Tuesday, whatever day it came out this week, Monday or Tuesday. And I thought, you know what? This is so important to me that I tell the people that every now and then listen to me, and then the people later on, like right now, if 3 of you or 2 of you here, 3 of you here, but later on, this, thank God, lives stay on, and other people that follow me on Facebook, I got like 3,000 people. They can see it, and they see it, because it's so important that we walk the labyrinth to self-love. Because once you love yourself, you start seeing signs of self-love, then things on the outside of you start to shift, like who your friends are, like what you decide to do, or how you want things to be, or how your marriage is, or your relationship, how the sex is, how your work is, how your business is. And it doesn't happen like that overnight, but guess what? Little things we can't see are happening overnight. Just, okay, the 4 components, I will not belabor this, but walk the labyrinth to self-love, because you are so, so worth it. And then, what else I want to say? I discovered when I put a question on my page, my personal page, I put a couple of days ago, like, what's your favorite song, and what's the biggest challenge in your relationship? Somebody said, why must there be a challenge? And I said, there must not be a challenge, but if there is, what is it? I want to know these things because I'm getting groups together and getting things together for people so they can have better lives, because I want to help you. That's why. So when I do a little survey, I try to do a survey, and I want to have like 4 or 5 questions, but I couldn't because just let me have 2. So guess what about that? I don't know. Anyway, I thank you for being here and listening to me. I hope when I give you tips like right now that you utilize it and you do it because it'll work. On my website in testimonials, a woman says, Dr. Willinga always says, if you do what I say, it'll work. She goes, but it's true. It is true. If I give you information, Liz, hey Liz West, thank you. But if I give you information, it totally is going to work. Totally, totally, totally. If you go to my website, look at the blogs, because they're all on there, all kinds. First I just did blogs, then I started doing video blogs, and then I just started doing Facebook Lives because I should be a movie star, because I like it. But I love, love, love to come here and give you something that you can use all the time. But pretty soon, when you start getting my offers, don't say, oh no, don't not come. But I was going to start offering you guys. This is the class I'm in. I'm trying to start working online, not just in my office. And when I do that, that's a huge success for me. If I can work online, then I can touch more people, talk to more people, give more people what they need, and like that. So, thank you so much. And oh yeah, and I was up really early this morning. I had a 5:30 4:30 shoot on Monday, not yesterday, just my clients. And today, a 6:30 shoot, and we wrapped early. So I was happy I could take my class and come here and share the information about walking the labyrinth to self-love with you. If you didn't see the very beginning of this, you guys, whoever didn't, it's going to just watch it again, and then you watch the 4 components about walking the labyrinth. And also, did I tell you how amazing you are, and how worthy you are, and how valuable you are, and how enough you are? And I'm going to say one more thing that's got a cuss word in it, but I really like this. And so if you don't like it, don't hold it against me. But also, you are unfuckwithable. You can do anything you want to do, and nobody can stop you, right? I learned that in Mind Valley from Vision. He owns this big company called Mind Valley. I'm a part of that company, and he says that. And when I heard that, I went, I love that. So that is also on my vision board. I am wonderful. I am fabulous. I am beautiful. I am light. I am love. I am worthy. I am enough. I am successful. I am unfuckwithable. Hope you guys still like me, but I said that because I love it, right? Okay, Liz, I hope you still think I'm amazing because I said that word in the heart. But you know what? That's all from my love, from my heart. Okay, you guys, so I'm going to go. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow. Who just came on? Somebody else. Okay. Charles. Okay. Now, do I stay? Okay. Okay, before I go, if you're not gone, do you want to come on camera and talk to me or anything? Because I forgot we had that. This all set like that. We can do it. Okay, here it is. Tomorrow, I'm going to come on and then invite somebody to please come on live and talk to me on live. Because I can, right there, there's a camera down there. And you guys can come on and we can talk. I can interview you or ask you questions or anything. So I would love that. Tomorrow I'm going to do it. Okay, you guys. Thank you, thank you. If I offended anyone by saying unfuckwithable, if I offended you, I apologize from my heart. But trust me, I love that. So I can't shy away from it because I love it. That's deep for me. Because guess what? That means totally you can do what you want. You are invincible. We are invincible. All of us. I love you guys. I'm going. Bye. Thanks for showing up.